Story 6, Part 23. The First Strike. The city wasn't quiet. Not really. Even with the awakening, the pulse's remnants festered in corners, in alleyways, in the size of those who hadn't yet felt the spirit. By nightfall, we would see just how stubborn they were. Jacob and I moved through the streets, alert. Our footsteps echoed against brick and concrete, carrying a sense of purpose. People had begun noticing the pulse's faint return, shadows creeping across walls, whispers threading through the subway tunnels. But they were no longer paralyzed. They paused, prayed, or even called out in defiance. It started in the loop. The first strike came subtle, streetlights flickered, traffic signals blinked out of sync, and the low hum of the city grew irregular, like a heartbeat trying to skip. Then the shadows appeared. Not fully formed, but enough to make passers-by stumble, to make hearts pound. They slithered along walls, through cracks in the sidewalk, and when they moved near the awakened, they shrieked, sharp, hateful, full of malice. I raised my hand. Jacob mirrored me. Together, we called on the spirit. And something incredible happened. Light exploded from the crowd. Not beams, not torches, but the essence of faith itself. People's voices rose in prayer and declaration, forming a chorus that pushed back the creeping shadows. The pulse hissed, recoiled, and surged again, but it was different this time. It was a battle, yes, but a battle where God's power flowed through willing hearts, not just my own. We saw ordinary citizens, students, bus drivers, street vendors, standing in the open, holding their hands out to cast away the darkness. The pulse flinched from the courage, the faith, the simple act of believing. Then I saw her. One of the remnants, a fully formed shadow now, rose from a man who had resisted the awakening. His eyes were empty, but the pulse controlled him, moving him like a puppet. He advanced, and I felt the ancient weight of that evil pressing through the streets. Jacob stepped beside me. We're ready, he said. We didn't fight alone. From rooftops, from doorways, from the corners of streets, light joined light. The shadow faltered, screeched, tried to retreat, but the faith of the city pressed in like a tide against the shore. The man collapsed, freed from the pulse's control. He coughed, disoriented, and looked around, bewildered. And for the first time, he saw the city as it truly was, alive, awake, and defended. It was only the first strike. Only the beginning. The pulse's remnants would return, stronger, more cunning. But now, the awakened had a choice. They could hide. Or they could fight. And the city was learning, fast. God's plan wasn't just to destroy the pulse, it was to raise warriors. And in the streets of Chicago, a battle for the soul of the city had begun.